In this video, we will create a new purchase request form and flow. First of all, we are clicking on the ID side New Blank Project button, and we are selecting a workflow project, and we are selecting a name for our project. We can change the caption side as we want. We should select the folder for our project. Then we are selecting a language and clicking OK. After we create our project, on the Solution Explorer menu, we have a form. When we double click to the form 1, we have a blank form here. After that, from the toolbox menu, first of all we should select our objects to use in this project. First, we use form metadata object. And after clicking the form 1, on the below, if we select the project caption, label will change as our project caption. And on the appearance menu, we can also change the other settings for our label. Then we are adding an editable label here, and we are changing its text as requester information. Then for the cosmetic, I am adding a divider below that. After that, we will use user metadata object again for getting information from the system. I'm clicking the user metadata and I'm selecting first of all name and surname. Then I'm changing its caption as name and surname. And lastly, I'm changing as bold. After that, I will use second user metadata object, and I'm selecting a department for it, and I'm changing its caption as well as department and bold. I will add one more user metadata object, and it's gonna be our profession. And I'm changing the caption. And lastly, I will add one more user metadata, and it will be our requester email. Let's say email. So our request information area is done. Now I will use one more divider, and I will add one more label for a new title for this area, and it will be request details. By the way, on the appearance menu, we can also change the font size and other options. So for the titles, I will use 15. For filling the request details area, we will use a new form. And for this, we are opening the Solution Explorer again. We are right-clicking the forms, and we are clicking the CSV app form. Let's say model 1 here. As you can see, we have a new blank form here. And for the creation of this form, first of all, we will use a new combo box. We will change some areas for this combo box, For example, caption will be requested material. And we can use these combo boxes as dynamic and also static. And we will use statics for this combo box. After selecting a static, I'm clicking the items menu and I'm adding my items. My first item is computer. We can add icons for this static objects. So I will add 2 more. Let's say cell phone. Sorry, this is value area. It's gonna be the number. Cell phone. I will also change the caption appearance as bold. Then I will add a number box object here for our number of needs. And for the other options of this number boxes, for example, we can select a minimum count like 1 and max will be 100. And I also wanted to this selection should be required, and my number box is done. And now we will add one more number box, and it's gonna be our amount. And we will also change some options for this amount area, and minimum is 0, maximum is 100,000. I will use 2 different digits right side of the comma, and it's gonna be the money amount, and that's why I will open the 1000 separator feature also, and my amount area is also done. And for the last, I will use one more number box for the total amount. So we will use a calculation between number of needs and the amount. It's gonna be the also bold, and my total amount is also done, and we will use a rule manager for this calculation. From the view menu, I'm clicking the rule manager and I'm adding a new rule. On the caption side, we can change the caption of our new rule as total amount calculation. First, we are adding a new action with a formula, and name is total amount. And for the value side, we can use some formulas. So we will choose some fields, and for this calculation we will use a number box 1 and number box 2. First, I'm adding a number box 1 value. Then I'm choosing my operator as multiplication. Then I will select my second object, and it's number box 2 value, and I'm clicking the save. And lastly, I should choose a target for this calculation, and it's gonna be the number box 3's value. So my rule is almost done, but we have some things to do. And next step is choosing the execution time, and I want this action will work, first a number box value is changed, and also number box 2 value is changed. So my action side is done. I will continue with a condition side. I'm clicking that and I'm adding a group, and I'm adding a condition into this group. And my first condition is number box 1's value, if it's not null, and my second condition is number box 2's value is not null, and if we want to work this rule, we should select our action and our rule is done. So I'm clicking the save button. After that, we don't want to change this area because it will work with the rule. That's why we are changing as read only this area. Then I'm rechecking the required areas. Our number of needs is required, and we should also require this area. And now we will continue with our main form, and we will use a data grid object for filling with the new form. And I want to hide this caption from the data grid, and for this I'm using the caption area, and visible selection is changed. And on the data source menu, we will fill this form with our new form. That's why I'm choosing the relation as a type. After this changing, we will have a new button here as add. And after this, we will have a new area here as toolbar buttons. We will select our new properties of this button talent. Our project name is purchase request, and our form name is model 1. We can also change the panel size options that I want for this project. So our action type properties is done, and I'm save it. Then lastly, from the columns menu, I should click the get rated columns. Then we can check the values on that side. As you can see, our object name is number box 1 and caption is number of needs. Caption is amount. Caption is total amount. Then I will change the list. I will use request material as first, and first of all my edit button will be the first, and my edit button will be editable, and my columns area is done. So I'm clicking the save button. As you can see, my labels came here automatically, and my main form site is done. Actually, lastly, we can also add one more area for the additional information. So for it, first of all, I'm adding a new divider, and I'm adding a text area. And this text area's caption will be additional information. I can change the font size for the better view, and also I will change the row as 5 for the more texting area. And lastly, I want also see the total amounts as money. For it, I'm moving forward to the columns area, and the total amount side we have an summary types menu, and when I click this I should select the sum size and edit button as, for example, euro. So my grid is also done. So my forms, my grid and my columns are ready, but we have something to do, and it's flow. Now we will create a new flow, and for the flow creation we will use the toolbox again. And first of all, I want to send my flow to the flow initiators manager. For do this, first of all, I am using an assignment object and a position object. For the assigning, my target object is position 1 and source type is manager of flow initiator. Profile is default and my position 1's name is manager of user. Then I'm drawing the lines, and as you can see we have a warning here, and it says no linking for event, no manager. So we have to draw a new line for if the flow initiator has no manager, what will happen. So on this scenario, flow will be continue on the department manager. So for this, I will use one more assignment object and also a department object, flow initiators department. And for the assignment 2, position 1, department manager and department 1. I will also add a new position for the department manager. And for the whole users, I should choose a document, and our document is document 1. Our view is default, and I can also select a panel size for the approval side, and I'm choosing 2 for it and save. Also for the manager of user, I should select document 1, default, and panel size is 2. I don't want them to editable authorization. So I will draw the lines again. If will no manager, gone to the assignment 2, and assignment 2 connect with the department manager. So we still have warnings because we don't know the idea what will happen if these users reject this process. For this, I will use one more flow event and I will change status as deleted if rejected. Normally when someone rejected process, it's just status as deleted. Technically these are not deleted. So I'm continue with the drawing the lines. And if department manager approve, flow will end as finished. If reject, deleted. So I will do the same thing with the manager of user, but I will use node in and node out for this because I want a good view on that site for the better understandability. So node in, node out, and I should connect node in 1 and node out 1. So if manager will reject, flow will end as deleted. So our flow is also done. And now I should publish my project. And now I edit my projects menu and I'm added to purchase request to this menu and I am opening it for the first time. And as you can see, when I open this form, system gets my own information from the HR system, like my name, my department, my profession and my mail. So I want to add a new request and I'm clicking the add button. So let's say my requested material is computer. I need 5 computers. And computers amount is, let's say, 5,600, and total amount is calculated automatically. I want to add one more material, and this is gonna be the desk, and I need 5 more desks, and desk amount is 750 euros. I'm saving it, and as you can see on the summary area, total amount calculated, and I want to add additional information. So my form filling is done, and I will send this process to the next user. So I'm clicking the send button. And when I click the send button, Flowster welcomes us, and if I click the Flowster area, we will use the next user. So as you can see, my manager is an Emily add-on. So since I log on with the admin account, I can easily change my account to the new user. I'm logging in with Emily Madden's account. And on the approval side, we have a new approval. I'm opening it, I'm checking it again. If everything is okay, I can click the confirmation. And when I click the confirmation, we will see the flow history again. And on the information side, flow is ended with Emily Madden as finished. Thanks for watching us.